started as an excuse to get the warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and now you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. It's Jordan.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make.
Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Young. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Fleming. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get them. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Muscling ahead on third and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his team.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Hayes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Release to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Russell. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. Third and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Trojans will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on 3rd down, but now on 4th, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game?
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Fleming. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilbert. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rodney had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Hayes. At the 45 on his way. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown USC. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll try the left side. There he goes. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll test the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense. Get it.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll go to the ground. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Now across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. And some room to work. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Second down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Looking downfield on first down. Going over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Gonna look downfield again. Gonna throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back, because that was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Quickly complete. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back in, sending the offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He'll pull it on the read. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Hayes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he's got a chance. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it. 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with back here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Williams. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And he got just enough of that one. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the jeweled shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes the grab, it's Williams. And they're able to get him on the ground. Notre Dame lines up quickly. To the air, it's Carr. Grabbed over the middle, it's Fleming. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Hands it off. At the 35, he's got room. Open space in the middle. At the 30. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype. Does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now the play fake. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains. Keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the ground, it's Hayes. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball? They'll
leave it with him. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's Williams. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And this offense throwing the ball has just been up and down the field all game long. They're now approaching 450 yards passing on the day.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the punishment has been extended.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Dickey. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the 2 and cut this to a 2-possession game. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They feed him again. Turning it on. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Wisconsin is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been jumping around since the first whistle. They're up 14 over Washington. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hayes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Caught over the middle. It's Fowler. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of touchdown USC. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism.
Touchdown, Aaron! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pressure coming. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fowler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Trojans decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Carr. Gets it out quickly. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They go to the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Fleming. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Fleming.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Young. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well stick with him. There he goes. Got the first down and more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism.
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. After a hard-fought victory,